Should be able to exchange fire for another round without too much problem. How much mana do you have left, by the way?
260.
Or sorry, casting points.
Oh, 18.
So not enough to cast any more spells.
Just suffocate.
Yep. All right, yeah,
And
maybe.
dispel, but I don't think there's anything I can cast Dispel on.
Oh, how much would it do to the halfling if you suffocate it?
17 to 24.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can probably finish
So
it
it could
off.
kill it. Decent chance.
Could, but my shredder would probably kill it with another set of. Oh, well, that'd be overkill, wouldn't it?
I can suffocate it, see if we can kill it.
Yeah, you probably should. It's. I mean, the bleeding will finish it off. Um,
Yeah. So even if it survives, it's going to bleed to death?
yeah.
All right, I can suffocate it then.
Yeah, might as well. Because it'd be
Or
overkill.
should I maybe shoot it instead? Or would it be better to shoot
The shooting actually
somebody
does
else?
more damage, so I would suffocate. Plus, I don't think you can get lucky against suffocate, can it?
Hmm?
Can it get lucky against suffocate? Does it say lucky? 10%?
Um, I don't think it did.
Then I
No,
would just.
it doesn't, but it does. It the description of lucky says that hostile spells have a chance to miss. So I don't know why it doesn't.
It might be more like slinging magic bolts. I don't know. Anyways, I would give it a shot. Try and suffocate it. If it does get lucky, we'll find out. But shooting it would be
All right.
overkill. Shooting it would have dealt more damage than on average. Because it's 5 to 7 times 3, and with the chance of bleeding, which that's more damage.
Yeah. So I should choose something else.
Uh well, obviously now that that thing's dead,
Should my
draconian.
high elf smash any of these walls?
The
Sorry, my high
swordsman.
elf swordsman specifically.
No, it's
Or should
mobile
he
cover,
stay?
and if it attacks the walls, it's no longer in guard mode. So,
Yeah, that's true.
frick. I would try and take down that tyrant scoundrel. It is by far the most dangerous of their scoundrels because it can inflict bleeding wounds. With your longbowman on the far right first, because it doesn't
Should
even
I
have to.
move? I shouldn't move any of these. Either of these longbowmen, should I?
Um,
Oh, I
the
guess
one
I have
on
to
the
move
one to
the
its
left one.
left will have to move if the first one. I would see how the first one does on its attacks.
Well, it
Could
might
get
make it bleed, but it can't kill it outright.
could get a crit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The morale is high enough to crit, so yep.
It's bleeding.
Okay, so you effectively need to only deal 7 damage to finish it off. Yeah, I guess the one on.
Should I finish it off or should I shoot the dwarf?
I would finish it off with the one on the left. Just advance the tile and finish it off.
All right.
Yep.
Should be guaranteed unless there's a critical miss or whatever it is.
Fumble. Units with
Fumble.
high morale don't
There we
fumble, I
go.
don't think.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I would have bled out if you, even if. Yep, that was. Do you remember how to rotate the camera up and down? Oh, R and F. I just. No, F doesn't do it. R and
V.
V. F recenters. Okay. Because when you killed that unit, screwed the camera up for me.
Ah, okay.
like wanted to make an epic shot of the death or
Yeah.
something, and
You can
um,
use middle mouse as well.
for zooming, but it doesn't. The rotate doesn't
No,
work on that for
hold the
me.
middle mouse click and
Yeah,
then
no,
move.
that doesn't work for me. I don't know why.
Oh,
Maybe it's a
okay.
setting I disabled it or something. Anyways,
All right.
your other longbowman could shoot the high elf scoundrels in range. Wouldn't have to get any closer to kill it, so we'll just shoot
He's
it.
already bleeding, isn't he?
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
So I can advance and one tile to the right and shoot the dwarf.
No, the dwarf is armored. That should be the last thing you go for.
Ah, okay.
I would try and take out the human because the human one can throw a net, so it's slightly more dangerous
Yeah.
than the draconian.
Should I
Human
move?
are more or less identical except for the throw net ability. What?
Should I move? Should I move to the top right or directly forward with the long woman?
Uh, let's see. Top right,
Okay.
and
And
then you'll
then
have.
you want me to shoot the human?
Yep, kill
Okay.
the man flesh for dinner. I don't know for more of the rings, but that's the orcs who do that. That's not
Yeah. I mean,
elves.
Tigrans could probably.
Yeah, and well, if this is Dwarf Fortress, the elves eat their slain enemies in
They
Dwarf
do.
Fortress. Yeah, because they
Oh.
believe it's
You,
environmentally wasteful not to. They're
okay.
like super hippies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but you could.
move to the top right with my elf
Yep,
swordsman and defend as well.
yeah, because that'll block some avenues of it. Or actually, yeah, there or I'm wondering if I should go. Yeah, I would just
And you don't
yeah,
think I should smash the obstacle? Because I could totally break it.
no, because then it would lose guard mode.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
They haven't
yeah.
shot him yet.
No, they shot the swordsman once. It's got 2 health down.
Oh, I suppose, yeah. All right.
But if they
That's my turn.
choose to shoot the longbowman, it's to your advantage because then the swordsman can break through to finish off the
Yeah.
last like
Oof.
one.
Oh, boy.
It's because they're closer. They're
Yeah.
doing more damage now. Maybe we should have moved some
Oh, he
mobile
didn't die,
cover.
though. It's okay. He can just retreat.
Yeah, he had to get closer to finish off that Tyrant, but at this point, that one should probably pull back. The ones on the left probably need some mobile cover at this point, which I got units in place for it. Hmm. Yeah, so in your turn, you can pull the longbowmen back, both of them, and I can advance my Tyrants around there and provide a wall of shields that they can hide behind so that they don't get hit so hard ever again. Um, hmm. Dwarf Draconian Goblin. There's another Goblin Scoundrel there. Nasty little buggers. It's like projectile reflection. Doesn't reduce damage taken. Guess I was checking. Still, I'm gonna try and lure some of them into shooting at this Tiger and Sun Guard. If they do shoot it, the projectile fraction will damage them pretty nastily. Um, Remember what I was saying about feints in the wall?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't respond in any way, so that cheetah is probably gonna go break down that gate.
Okay.
It's got or the wall there. No, the gate's got 12 health. And so the obstacles. Anyways, it's gonna break something down over there is the point. Um We're there. Yeah, that would allow the Sun Guard to race right through. Yeah, they're gonna regret ignoring my my feint. Level up. I think the Draconian is bleeding. Yep. Um all right. I suggest pulling your longbowmen back for a little bit so I can position my spearmen in front of them. And at least partially back. The one that's got 11 health is at real risk,
Yeah.
so I would pull it back 2 tiles, straight line. That'll allow the spearman Sun Guard to get up there in front.
Okay.
The other one, human is bleeding, so it only needs to take 10 damage to die. Yeah, might as well pull back until I've got a mobile wall in front of it. Yeah, I would just pull it back. That one behind the cover, like to the 2 tiles, so it's staying behind
To the
cover.
right.
Yep. Might even be able to shoot over that cover. If it moves forward, right one.
Too far away.
Yep. Well, at least it lays down good cover there. Shoot. But if I'm gonna move the cover there, Hmm. Actually, I'd have it move it back towards the sun guard tile.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it can advance behind the sun guard. I was being dumb.
Okay.
Yep. Anyways, cool.
And then who should I shoot with my other
Uh,
long woman?
oh, that one. Um,
Should be
I
able
would
to kill
actually
either the
suggest pulling those two
Demon
back a little bit,
Oh yeah.
in order to make room for my sun guard to rotate around. So if it moves back one tile, it might still be able to shoot the human actually. So it's staying behind the sun guard. I think the
Uh,
human's all.
well, line of sight. I forgot. I can't really hide behind your units because they take away my line of sight.
Yeah.
Unless it's the swordsman as well. Would it be the fact that it's 2 units, or is it? Oh no, no, yeah, it is just your unit. I don't understand that mechanic at all. It's very dumb.
You're going to suffer line of sight no matter what, though,
But
because of the
yeah.
walls. So they don't matter in this case. They
Oh,
provide you cover. They
you're
have
right.
cover no matter what.
That's true.
So you
Okay.
don't need to worry about it. Yeah, I would pull it back
All right.
left one more tile. I think it can stand there, actually. So that the swordsman has more room to get out of the way.
It'll lose an attack.
Oh. Yeah, shoot.
Hmm.
Um,
I can move the swordsman.
what doesn't need, it doesn't actually need, unless it's going to suit the dwarf. Which I guess I could do. Um, yeah, you're not bleeding the dwarf. So yeah, I would move the swordsman back one tile for sure, though. That's definitely needs to happen.
Here?
Yep.
Okay.
Heck, I would shoot the dwarf. Get it
Yeah,
bleeding,
see if I
because
can get him to
bleeding
bleed.
does what?
See if I can get him to bleed.
Or yeah, no, wait. Actually, you could finish off with others. What am I saying? I would finish off the human. Uh,
Okay.
which wait, wait.
Human or draconian?
No, actually, I would pull the longbow mech one more tile. It doesn't matter if it only gets 2 shots because it only needs 2 shots. I would pull it back
Not
left.
necessarily. Oh wait, yeah, he's bleeding.
Yeah, they're bleeding.
So you're
You
right.
guaranteed to not need 3 shots. So I would pull it back left one
Yeah.
so it's further away. Fewer things can shoot it, and I would shoot the human. Since the human is a little more dangerous and will have less health after it stops bleeding than the other thing, or more health.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
Should
I
I
would
move the
pull.
swordsman at all?
Yeah, I'd move it back another tile. Since the main point there was just to provide mobile cover, and this guarantees even if they go out the gate.
Okay.
And I'm gonna rearrange my spearmen in front of the other longbowmen and break down the gate, so there's no reason for you to be close, where they make them suffer range penalties. My shredder's in rough shape. It's gonna have to pull back though, which is fine. It leveled up and dealt a ton of damage. Give me a wall of shields here to go with. Um, no point getting closer, I suppose. Um, Now I'm threatening another gate. Let me see the one over to the right. The more places I can threaten their gates, the more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it puts them in danger. I mean, uh, they ignore this stuff at their own peril, to say the least. Cool. They could sprint, I suppose. Cool. Um, Now that I've set those
Okay.
shields in the way, you should be able to advance with their longbowmen. The one on the right, the two on the right, you should be able to advance. Well, I would maybe not the other one that's 11 health quite yet. But the one on the right should be able to advance and take shots while having cover. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, can take its shots at the dwarf.
Okay.
And you got that one that's hiding behind the swordsman. Can it shooty right now? Oh, could finish off the draconian.
Yep. Can shoot either.
Might as well finish off the draconian and let the bleeding do its work on the dwarf.
Okay.
Now it's just a dwarf and a goblin. And I've got a melee unit coming around.
The longbowman might be able to finish the dwarf. My other one. I mean, not finish it, but if it's bleeding, it should be able to get it low enough that it'll die from the bleeding at least next turn. If not this turn.
It's a little bit risky with the goblin there. It might.
Hmm. Can the goblin do enough damage?
Uh,
I think it'll
depends
only do about 3 damage.
if it decides to sprint through the gate. If it really, really wants to kill that longbowman at all costs, it would have to get close enough to not suffer the range penalty, which means it
Oh,
would have
right,
to
right.
walk outside. So if it's feeling really vindictive and suicidal, yes. Otherwise, no.
Okay.
Um,
Hmm. What do you think?
uh, I think the dwarf can only do at most 5 to 8 damage. I don't think there's any reason to risk it, so I would just guard.
I could have the High Elf Swordsman block the gate.
Um, Block the gate.
Yeah, just like in front of it and guard.
I mean, then the other one would lose its mobile cover from it.
It's
Uh,
still got cover behind the. I guess the goblin could probably maneuver somewhere where it could get some shots, possibly.
yeah, I would just wait.
Hmm.
Besides, they're also bleeding. Let the bleeding do its work.
Okay.
I mean, that dwarf can do hardly any damage, and I'm closing in on them with a melee unit. Yeah, if they had done that to the one with 11 health, they would have killed it. As is, that thing is down to 9 HP, so that was a good choice to show restraint.
Well, the dwarf wouldn't have been able to shoot it because it would
Yeah.
have been dead.
What the goblin could have gone a
Oh,
crit, you might still have lost, even
that's true.
without it going outside. It was an unnecessary risk, so yeah. Besides now, my Tiger and Sun Guard can close in on the Goblin Scoundrel melee range.
Sweet.
And I
Oh,
got a crit.
shoot.
You can easily
Well,
finish them both off with your range units next turn.
yeah, for sure.
Next turn of yours, anyhow. They're gonna get a turn before you can do that. Uh, hmm. The goblin can't move without suffering attacks of opportunity. Right? I don't know. Yep, that cheetah will be pouncing on one of them soon, and you can. We'll pounce them if you don't. If they pull back out of range of your longbows, so they're dead meat. Um, Doing that because that gate's further away, and that Sun Guard has plenty of health. These ones will continue to provide a wall of shields for units. What am I saying? You can finish them off. Well, no, they still get a turn first, don't they? Wait, you go after me, right? Before they get a turn, or no, I went after you. That's Which one of us? When was it? Did you just have your
Uh,
turn, or I just have my turn? I mean, they just have their turn.
oh, I'm not sure.
You forgot as well.
Yeah, I think they go, then you go, then I go.
Hmm.
I think
But your
that sounds right.
longbowman is at 9 HP. You didn't. I don't remember you standing with it after it was at 9,
Yeah, it just got shot.
which would imply that you go next.
Yeah.
Um. So then I should be able to advance. It won't matter if they go next, then
Yeah, it should be my turn next.
hmm. All right, then I'm going to try and remove some of their cover for you to get clearer shots on them.
Okay.
It's gonna lose your cover, but if there, um, this will also engage that dwarf for what it's worth. Wait, I suffer tax opportunity if I attack something that's not them? That can't be right,
Really?
can it?
Maybe.
No, it doesn't. It's not right. It thought I was trying to
Oh.
move into the wall. I'm like, what?
Okay.
Um,
Sweet.
mm-hmm. Yep, you go. Now you should be able to finish out the goblin before it can do anything. You have flanking.
I
You have a
gotta level
clear.
up my longbowman.
Yeah, which one is the question? Oh,
The
the
one
one
that's
on the.
24 out of 25.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's can just shoot.
All
It
right, shouldn't
doesn't
have to
even
move
need
or
to.
anything.
Nope. Just take the shots.
Sweet. Did either of us lose any units?
Nope.
No. Sweet. And they're all dead. Oh, do we have to move into the? Do you need to move into the hideout to actually clear it? How does that work?
Yes. To be fair, an
Do you
unoccupied
get money
camp
for clearing it?
causes no problems, and we can always come back later and fight more of them for more combat experience. I'd probably just
Do
leave
you get
it.
anything for clearing it though?
Sometimes, yeah. It's a treasure site.
Hmm.
Um, but it's like gold mana, most likely.
Yeah.
Sometimes items.
I think I'd rather not have it at my doorstep.
Not enough to fight them again.
Yeah. Just so I don't have to worry so much about keeping this city this garrisoned with like, 6 units.
Hmm. You got a point. All right.
I mean, I figure there's plenty of other sources of XP wandering around.
Yep. I mean, well, not really. I mean, it's gonna get harder and harder to harvest XP, but the world is starting to become a lot safer.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, if you don't want it, I suppose we could just take them down. Clear the camp out.
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna at least send the main army back to go sit and heal in the my fort up there. Yeah, that is a thing to remember. I actually have a sizable garrison that would be sitting a short march. That can, if they do that nonsense again, I can show up with an army to help you clear it again. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you. Let's see this unit. Let's see if there's anything else. This is, I think, the last thing of the turn. So let's save it for sure. So you want me to clear it, or you want me to leave it be and come back later when they?
Hmm. Uh, I mean, I think I'd prefer to clear it, but if you think it's a better idea to keep it, then we could do that.
Uh, what's the population of Illinois right now? 7348. How
Yeah.
much? And it's 2,000 for a settler?
Yep.
Hmm. Hmm. It occurs to me. One, two, three. You could actually settle a city where the brigand hideout is. It'd actually be
Oh,
better off as a Tigran city, but you would have to shrink the Eleanor in order to be able to settle it, which means you have to train a settler there.
yeah.
Um, well, yeah, but there is that city site. There is that site northeast of Sterone, where you there's two sites northeast of Sterone, so you could sell one from Sterone itself and one from Eleanor. In theory,
Yeah.
of course, that Eleanor would, I mean, Sterone would always stay small enough to do that for 2 turns, and the settler might take longer, so that won't work. Nah,
Uh,
yeah, that won't
hmm.
work. Hmm,
Even if I just make an extra settler.
an extra settler. Uh,
To slow Storone down more.
I mean, what would you do with it? You just disband it? It would. I don't
Well, no,
think.
I mean, there's. You said there were.
I'm
Wait,
saying
no.
most spots are better off with as
Yeah.
tyrants. Is you could do that site near the watchtower. Actually, it's a little better protected, right?
Which watch? The left watchtower?
The one that's north of the brigand camp.
Yeah.
One tile you could put you could settle an elven city just to the southeast of the watchtower.
The
There's a
northwest.
little bit of forest to the west of it. Hmm?
Wouldn't it be better to settle it somewhere it'll destroy less forest?
Anything that's built there is going to destroy 2 of the tiles of forest, but at least there will be 2 tiles of
If I.
forest that will
Oh,
keep
southwest. Sorry,
southeast of the.
southeast. I was thinking
Yes,
southwest. Yeah. Okay.
yes. There'd be 2 tiles of forest that would remain for the elves to be just a little bit happier. I
Yeah.
guess. I mean, it's
Hmm.
probably not enough to raise my happiness level, but you never know. Um, it's a place that
I mean,
might be
otherwise,
better
settling
as a dwarven city, but what?
is settling elves next to the those gold mines not a decent place. There's like,
Oh, I
I
see.
don't know, a
Yeah.
dozen forest. There's a dozen forest tiles there, roughly.
Hmm.
I mean, not too much, but
Yeah, the best
otherwise,
spot with that, let's see, if you're gonna put at the crossroads a one, two, three, four, is southwest of the northern gold mine. So you would destroy two of the forests, but there'd be a little bit of forest for the city, it's
otherwise I can
true.
just plant forests wherever I put this other elf settler.
Um yeah, you can plant forests. But
Hmm.
one, two, three, four. This is only gonna be a little
Oh,
village.
right. Didn't we want one between Falsuriel and Eleanor
Um oh, between Falsariel and Eleanor.
in that little nook?
Yeah. Yeah, if you put one northeast of the Hasteberries, it will only start on one tile forest. You could sell that
Yeah,
from Eleanor. That would free me up to build a fort where the Brigand camp currently is. How many population is Eleanor growing per turn, though?
600.
Shoot. The window would only be one turn
Oh,
to settle wherever before one, two, three,
kind of wish there was
4,
like
5, 15, 19,
immigration
23.
where you could spend gold to shift population from one city to another.
Yep. Unfortunately, not in the game.
Maybe that'd be too exploitable though.
I'm not even sure your settler could get to that site, but what could happen, and I don't think this is possible unless the Brigand camp is cleared anyways, is I could put a fort one tile to the southwest of the Brigand camp. So it'd be a little less crowding on the other cities anyways, right? So like next to the two forests, put a fort there because that
Yeah,
would be just outside your borders. I think that's an eligible site, and if not, one tile to the west of it. Either way, and you could do a settler. Um, and yeah, you could sell next to the hasteberries if the game allows you to do it there.
is it too close?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
Looks like it's 5 tiles away from Falsuriel.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a rule about selling one tile outside your domain if you need more. Well, that would screw up the other stuff. I don't think there is. So yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, you should be able to settle northeast of the Hasteberries. That, in fact, if you went, I'm pretty sure you could do that. Yeah, your settler would just barely be able to reach that in one turn. So that's perfect.
Yeah,
And to the west of your city, I could put a tiger in. I could put a fort as a placeholder on my turn. Um, and actually, my turn. Oh yeah, it comes after yours. So you do the settler anyways. My go there. Yeah, and then we grow again. Yeah, and I put a fort. I put a fort west where you shrank the border a little. It would slightly more crowd Illinois, but it would allow me to get another Tiger outpost in right on the edge of the terrain there. So, or maybe I put it a little further outside, but while the board domain is shrunk, it would be able to secure more tiles for its own domain because the outposts don't need as many tiles, but if they're constrained, they're constrained. So either way, clearing the brigand domain might be good for this because it will allow it to. Um, I don't. I think there's rules on selling too close to a brigand hideout. All right, so exploring the hideout, you discover a Tiger Sun Guard and a small oaken buckler of hardwood trees.
What's that?
That's I got a sun guard and a shield. Tiger and sun guard and a
Oh, it's two
shield.
item.
Okay, so here's another sun guard.
What's
It's
the
got
shield do?
no experience. I wish I could gift you this unit or something. I don't think I
Yeah,
can gift units, can I? Let's find out.
not that I'm aware of.
Season structures, items, diplomatic. Nope, didn't think so. Wish it was away. Anyways, the shield it's just an extra +2 defense, but you know, here your leaders don't normally have shields. This is a shield, so on non-flank attacks they have an extra 2 defense. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hmm. Alrighty then. Yeah, so okay, I can build a fort where the brigand hideout was with the builder. The problem is the builder wouldn't have any movement next turn, so it would need. Oh well, would be able to get there quick enough. But it would use a whole turn of movement building that fort it's currently doing.
Uh,
I do wonder though, um, if I cancel the structure, let me save. Uh, that gives me my money back, right? Yes. That'll, okay, that'll do. That'll do. I still built the road up there, so there was no immediate need for that fort anyways. It's nice to have, kind of thing. All right, so yeah, once you build that settler, I can build a wooden fort right where the brigand hideout was. And then once I settle it, it won't even clear any forest. It'll just be a little tyrant outpost up against the mountains.
okay.
Content to, build their observatories because tyrants, uh, observatories produce +10 gold. And fire temples produce 20 knowledge. Temples give an extra 200 happiness and give medals. And then laboratories give 10 gold, 10 mana, 20 production. That's all in addition to the inherent Tigran gold bonus and my ward bonuses. And yeah, it'll be very productive. And it'll be in position to, raise armies and support Illinois if it gets in trouble too. So it's a good place for a little output, little village. City of Illinois and its outlying villages. I mean, that's kind of how it works in real life, right? When little villages spring up around bigger cities. So,
Yeah.
um, which case, Just gonna stack this unit here. I doubt anything will attack, but this is where the builder will go next turn anyhow, so I might as well just have an army waiting there. No. What if I... No, this would be smarter, because then anything attacks would have to attack your army and mine both. Oh well. So Tigrans are currently on the 2 tiles. They'll end up having a Tigran outpost eventually. And that will eventually become a village. God, if it would stop notifying me about someone playing Monaco over and over. It's getting annoying. Alright, an hour and 35 minutes on this video, so I'm going to cut it. May even cut in 2 later. So folks on YouTube, wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. May always find guidance to lead you home.